Hello, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Let's see which zodiac sign we'll be reading for first. Looks like Sagittarius. We'll be doing a quick reading for Sag. Let's dive in. Messages from the highest timeline. Spirit guides, answers. Answers. Interesting. Maybe you're looking for answers. Angel Michael. Jesus, the most benevolent deities for Sagittarius. 6. There could be some new opportunity in the future regarding your job. You could have been dealing with a Taurus in the past, or looks like there's just some kind of increase. You could be doing something daily, like a day in, day out routine. Yeah, union in the reverse in the past. Yeah, you could have been involved with a Taurus. Let's continue. Sagittarius, or somebody with those placements. Okay, let's see. Opening up. Interesting. Spirit guides. Yeah, this was not supported by the spirit team. You had a higher self-activation maybe as a result of it. Maybe it sparked some kind of courage or some kind of anger or some kind of forward momentum energy. Yeah, you're moving towards your north node with the higher self-activation. This could have been past life karma that you were clearing out. Messages for Sag. There could have been some kind of shakeup, but it's asking you to let go of the past. There's some kind of truth that might have been expressed or some kind of realization. Anything else for Sagittarius? Yeah, you're not sabotaging yourself anymore. It looks like there's definitely a renewal energy in the future position. This could have been something divinely fated, divinely destined, a divine intervention type idea, type vibe. Let's get you some oracles. I'm being called to this deck. I guess it's a bit colder today. That's why I want the autumn deck. Ooh, molasses. Something could be, something was slowing you down. Or could have been slowing you down in the past, or somebody was very slow in the past. Falling leaves. Interesting. So yeah, shedding a lot, clearing, making space, clearing blocks. Let's get you one of these. Sagittarius' most important message of guidance for their highest timeline. Any important messages from this deck? Thank you. Bathing ritual. And swan. I think Libra got swan like 2 days ago, or maybe a day ago. With you, water spirit, I wash away what's no longer serving me, and drink in spells that call for healing. Bathing ritual. Let's see more about what that is about. You could be cleansing, clearing, energetically or physically. A new beginning is very close at hand. However, there's still a little healing to do before you can welcome in the fresh phase. There are remnants of a past experience that are still negatively affecting your choices and what you're calling into existence. You may not have been consciously aware of just how much emotional or spiritual weight you still carry. You may wish to consider reaching out to a professional if you feel called to, who can help you access those areas of your life that are in need of healing so you can safely process and move forward. Or you could be doing like a past life regression or journaling. Each time you confront the challenges of the past, you open up a little more space, which allows you to fill your life with more joy, abundance, and love. So you could be taking time to do shadow work or reflect. Pulling this card is a sign that now is not quite the right time to move forward with plans, although you're not very far away from the light at the end of the tunnel. Skipping over this critical healing step could derail future success you might have. Instead, invest in this act of self-care, washing away what no longer serves the person you're becoming. Interesting. So these could be like repetitive emotional patterns. It says here, I am everything I seek. I am the one I am meant to trust above all else to create one of the strongest loves within my lifetime. So this is about loving thyself. I'm still guided by this deck. Maybe there was a message that we didn't get from it. Sagittarius. Now we'll move into some tarot. Sagittarius and and there we go. Let's see. We have witches gathering way in the past. Yeah, so you could have been gathering with others in the past a long, long time ago. It looks like at least a few weeks ago. Sagittarius, tell me more any other important messages. Apple of my eye. Something could have been very deceptive about this. Not all is alluring. That may be what it seems. See beyond the illusion, kind of giving poison apple vibes that you could have been dealing with in the past. Let's see. Maybe there's messages important for you to deal with this. Your higher self chose this card because there's often an expectation transformation happens with a big bang. Interesting. And then it says that some dramatic event will happen that causes the whole life to renew itself. I mean, it looks like you've already kind of gone through this. Transformation is usually sparked by dramatic life changes, but a spark only represents the potential. You still have to take the spark and nourish it before it becomes the raging fire that burns in your life and burns away the past. Mindfulness, being careful, being present and aware. So kind of observing, right? Nothing can get past you if you're observing. Some could have been out for you or something like that, or watching you. Mindfulness is the best way to regain forming habits that lead to dramatic results. For example, so maybe there's something about kind of observing behaviors or past behaviors or something like that. There's something about making different choices, moving in a new direction one tiny step at a time. Interesting. This could be something about your mindset. Let's get you the other deck. I'm kind of curious. Sagittarius messages from their spirit team for their highest timeline. Thank you. Boss up. Interesting. Yeah, something could have been taking away your power in the past or was distracting you. Something about individuality is here. Let's get you one of these. Sagittarius messages for Sag. Narcissist. Yeah, this could have been a narcissist around you. Something could have been like stagnating your individuality or unique abilities. Cult leader. Interesting. Alrighty, let's get you a white light. I'm gonna move on. Sagittarius, messages, guidance, advice for Sagittarius' highest timeline. What's the most important advice? Ivory, wish fulfilling crow. This could be a new beginning in finance or self-esteem. Let's see what this says. You could be seeing crows a lot more. Pay attention to crows. I heard somebody say that crows could be seen as like somebody who has negative intentions. I don't really take crows that way, but they could definitely, like, maybe if you see crows a lot around a specific person when you're with them, that could be a warning that something's up or there's some kind of darkness or maybe or something, or I don't know. It doesn't have to necessarily, but let's see. I mean, whatever kind of symbolism you attach to it, your spirit team will work with, right? So it says you can have what you truly want. Such knowledge helps soften and release from fear, grasping, and control and doubt. So maybe you felt like you kind of, oh my God, I need to achieve this right now. Have confidence that the universe hears your prayers and even now is leading you into that which you seek. You can take sanctuary within the personal spiritual connection whenever you need stabilization and protection against the fluctuations. I also heard of mood. So maybe you're feeling like your mood's kind of up and down and everywhere. No matter what is happening around you, there's a way through the fulfillment to your potential. I'm seeing some kind of, I'm seeing Christmas. I don't know why. I'm seeing a lot of gifts or abundance coming in. There's something about opportunities for finance or intimacy or power as well. Or there could be, yeah, opportunities for finance from others or powerful people. This is all reflecting your own kind of inner power, right? It says Basunda is a mysterious Hindu sage who assumes the form of a crow and lives atop the magical wish-fulfilling tree, thriving whether there be feast or famine. So yeah, maybe just like regardless of external, knowing that you control reality from your internal, right? It's all reflection. As a highly evolved supernatural being, he has outlived the ending. Also, sage could be really good, like smoke cleansing, or you could be going through like what do you call those? Like native. You go into like a little it's like a smudge shack or something. I don't know. As a highly evolved supernatural being, so maybe you need to hotbox this. I'm just kidding. As a highly evolved supernatural being, he has outlived the ending of numerous world ages. So maybe you're going through huge transitions. No calamity or cataclysm can shake the powerful divine tree. Yeah, that's because you're centered in yourself and your soul. Or the creatures who live within its shelter. The sacred tree is a place of sanctuary and protection where no harm can befall any of its inhabitants. So maybe if you were scared that there was harm coming this way and this is causing you to freak out and act in like controlling ways, just relax. The wish-fulfilling tree is a spiritual symbol of the soul, the heart, and the divine bodhisattvas or enlightened sages who guide and protect humanity. So you could be connecting with like ascended masters. It represents a high-level consciousness. So you could be radiating that higher frequency which connects you with that consciousness, right? You could be praying constantly, which is abundant and in harmony with the universe and therefore blissful, free, and generous. The oracle reminds, so you can always rely on your spirit team, spirits, guides, call them in, calling your helpers. This oracle reminds you as you align with spirit, you align with the powerful field of grace, which is all about what Swan is here, this card is here about, which has protective and strengthening qualities. It is a spiritual tonic with effect in all dimensions and all realms of existence. And I also want to say parallel lives, like in all different, maybe you're like, the work you're doing is not only for yourself, but you know, fragments of your soul in multiple other bodies as well. The price of such sacred empowerment is a surrender of one's ego. This is a lifelong journey for most rather than one-time event. We recondition our mind in the ways of spirit again and again. And we become stronger as we do so. We always go deeper and become stronger, right? So we disentangle our hearts from societal conditioning based in fear, dominance, greed, victimization, getting one's personal desires met at any cost. We recognize there's profound difference between taking and receiving. We trust. Yeah, there's interest. And we did see the card about opening up or something. We trust what is destined. Stories abound in Hindu tradition of various wish-fulfilling manifestations, from goddesses to trees. That's interesting that I heard it was like a negative omen, but in this deck it looks like it's a positive omen. So I would say this is really positive. You could be seeing a lot of birds, or there could be like something that was once negative transforming into something positive as well, because we have renewal here. But let's see what else we can get. Wish-fulfilling, right, okay. From goddesses to trees to cows to gems. When someone sought to possess the wish-fulfilling treasure For their own personal use, they would always be thwarted by the higher spiritual intelligence of love, which cannot be controlled or manipulated. So maybe there's something about like not forcing you how you see something as it should be, maybe being guided, relying on spirit more than our ego. Because I think when we rely on ourselves, that's when we start to really operate out of fear. Because we're like, oh my God, I'm not doing enough, or I need to do more. But if you rely on spirit, you know that you're being led, you know that you're being guided, you know that you're protected, you know that you have a strong connection, pure and generously giving all that is needed to the receptive heart. Yeah, there's something about being receptive. You need to open yourself up if you want to accept this. Ivory is an organic material like bone, which makes the tusks and teeth of numerous animals of land and sea. Tusks are used to brush away vegetation. They also heard contaminants. And we did see the bathing thing. So there's something about brushing away things that are like contaminating the vision or contaminating the vibe and obstacles. So maybe there's still kind of like deep inner work that you're kind of just slowly but surely kind of dropping or elevating your frequency as well to help you through this. You could work with your guides journal and ask them to help you with any blocks that you're experiencing and help you cleanse and clear or guide you to the understandings to help you do that. That could be something you're praying for, and yeah, definitely see the results even every day. Okay, to help the animal move through the environment. Therefore, when metaphysical correspondence of ivory is the ability to move through even inhospitable environments successfully. Yeah, so it's like I saw there was some kind of negative situation in the past that you're moving pretty nicely through. Something could have shaken up to help you do this as well, to help you tap into that Mars energy, of your vitality, of your self-will, your personal identity. The message of Ivory Wish-Fulfilling Crow is that one does not have to dominate or manipulate others to attain success. It is enough to align with spirit and trust the sacred inner work is sufficient to attract whatever is needed to manifest your higher purpose. I'm seeing the Magician card in my mind's eye. You can attain what you seek by becoming and radiating rather than through contriving or manipulating. So there could be something about not trying to control external events, but trying to, like, maybe you could do like comparison. What do you call? I don't even remember the name. I should Google this one time. I know I have it written down somewhere, but it's like comparison where you say like this is this, this is that. So you could do like sweetening spells or such. Maybe a road opening spell could also help you. Cleansing, clearing, you know, any kind of banishment or kind of protective magic as well. The Sutta teaches that when the cosmic fire of transformation becomes too intense, we can focus upon the sacred waters. So if you're feeling really intense or you're kind of getting angry or you're kind of feeling like you're exerting a lot of your energy, take that time to, you know, cleanse, to pull away, to balance both light and dark, to take some time out. You know, not everything needs to be like, oh, I need to knock off 30 things off my to-do list. Maybe there's something about kind of balancing that out with the other things you need, listening to music or having a nice meal or drinking water or cleaning. When the winds of change blow ferociously, we focus upon the mountain. When the waters become such that we fear becoming submerged, it's best to focus on the movement of air. He is describing the way of responsiveness and balance. You can reorganize what is happening and adjust your sails to suit the winds rather than trying to change the ways of nature. I mean, we are in retrograde season, right? So kind of, yeah, if you're feeling like there's hiccups or things like that, know that that's a good way to channel the energy. And yeah, just know that it's going to take maybe a little double try this time. This oracle guides you to trust that you will reach your destination even when there are forces beyond your control. You don't need to be more powerful than the oppressive forces to overcome them. In connection with your heart temple of spirit, you become empowered to proceed on your path with abundance, wisdom, and joy. So stay connected with spirit. Definitely self-love, self-worth, and self-value and enjoyment and pleasure will help radiate more of that positivity towards you. So, alrighty, let's get you some tarot. Thank you for being here. Being guided towards this deck. Sagittarius, messages. Yeah, enthusiasm here. So there's something about maintaining a sense of enthusiasm, maybe. Sagittarius. The moon in the reverse, seeing something clearly opening up. Interesting. Tell me more. Maybe something was hidden from you, or you're kind of emerging from a dark night into light, into that renewal energy. Tell me more, Sagittarius. Yeah, sun. Wow. I was sensing this card even before it came out. So we have the moon in the reverse, which is what's the opposite of the moon? The sun. And it's coming out sideways. So this is something about improving on the sun. Rules our identity. It rules our life force. It rules our father. It rules our vitality, energy for life. It rules the life force, right? So there's something about tapping more into that life force, that happiness, that joy. The sun is also about clarity and understanding, seeing something clearly, whereas the moon can represent something more shrouded sometimes or more emotional. Yeah, there could be something about an emotional, working through your emotions or something like that. There's some kind of denial that maybe you're working through, maybe emotional patterns or something I'm sensing from the past. Yeah, ending something. Interesting. So you could have moved through a period of rest with the Four of Swords there, but you're exiting it slowly, it looks like. Yeah, big endings, huge endings here. Six of Pentacles. This could be in your work or your job, or there could have been an ending because of a lack of reciprocity. With the King of Cups, maybe somebody very emotional and manipulative because it's coming out sideways, or just immature, childish, insecure, and could have been hurtful. Sagittarius, anything else? Oh, sorry if you heard my stomach. Four of Cups, yeah, rejecting something and ending it, closing it out. Could be a Gemini or somebody with Gemini placements. Could be also a fire sign. King of Wands in the reverse, someone very egotistical, narcissistic, like we saw. Alrighty, interesting energies. I don't know, I just gotta keep it fresh and light with my goofy accent. So let's get you actually chakras. We never use these cards much. So Sagittarius, messages of guidance for their highest timeline to guide them towards the most success from their spirit team angels and guides. Their highest benevolent deities and ancestors for Sagittarius. We have, I am confident in my ability to make my life work. Something could have been threatening your confidence in the past, or somebody with a lack of confidence in the past, maybe. This could be something you closed out. This could be also somebody with Capricorn placements, or you could be with Capricorn placements, or this could be revolving around work. I always trust and follow my intuition. Again, strong Capricorn. So it's like being guided towards grounded, practical choices based on your intuition as well. And anything else? This last message for Sag. Can we guide them towards more understanding and peace from their spirit team? Most important vital messages. Thank you. I'm divine and inspired in the future position. And yeah, so there could have been something about something about your self-worth and self-value in the past. You could have had like a lack of self-worth and value, which made all your relationships kind of whack. But yeah, I am divine and inspired right near the sun in the future position. So there's some kind of ending with the Ten of Swords, but it's sideways. So you're exiting out of it and you're moving towards enlightenment, happiness, joy, clarity as well. So let's get you actions from the tarot. Actually, let's pull an Egyptian. I haven't used this deck in a little bit. Oh my God, I'm getting hot all of a sudden. It's quite cold. It was cold all night. I left my window open and it was so cold. What do we have here? Anubis. Yeah, transformation, a new portal, a new gateway, a new balancing of the scales, maybe karmic justice ringing out. So you could have closed out a major cycle in your life. Something is being calibrated as well, I want to say. Like right now, like there's something being calibrated. Or like spirits are working to give you what you deserve in a positive sense. That's what I'm sensing. But yeah, passion, bastet on the bottom. Very protective force. See that right there. Very protective. Exploration. You could be exploring things in your career. Let's get you a Celtic piece of advice for Sagittarius. I feel like I just haven't used these cards in a long time, so it's nice to crack them out. Ooh. Yeah. You could be protecting something. Moving into more power and confidence. Let's see what this card says. Number 20. Yeah, it's like really coming into your self-worth again. Or emanating that. It says patience, germination, and hibernation. She heralds the follow period of waiting, a soft space of magic where the new seeds have yet to germinate. The Kaliak is advising you that your time will come, but not just yet. Be patient and know that deep in the darkness, your goal is in the first stages of manifestation. It will come, give it time. Interesting. You might need to cozy up Korean for much needed rest, recoup, or pampering. Or maybe you were doing this. It's time to recharge your batteries. Maybe you need to balance this as you go forward. Once you feel refleshed, that's interesting. So maybe you're kind of shedding your skin. Refleshed. Interesting. I feel like you have like a stronger armor though. I'm getting the word armor. So interesting energy. 22, you could be seeing the number 22 a lot. Agreements. Interesting. Gatherings, welcome guests, social networking. Interesting. Let's see if we can get some juicy messages maybe and wrap it up. Sagittarius from your spirit team, guardians and guides. I'm seeing successful woman right out the gate. Anything else for Sag from their spirit team, guardians and guides? I think people are incorrect on how they've viewed or valued you in the past. Like maybe they kind of like put you down for some reason, maybe out of jealousy, Sagittarius, or I don't know. Maybe you reinforced this subconsciously, or maybe you attracted this lesson towards you in the past. I'm seeing Cowboy Casanova, so maybe you're dealing with the playa from the Himalaya. Sorry, Sagittarius. I never said I was cool. Be cringe and be free. Am I right? Sagittarius. Maybe that's not the approach that you should be taking. I don't know. You shall not pass, Gandalf. Interesting. Yeah, blocking something, protecting something. Yeah, this could be this King of Wands energy. This could be somebody very, I heard manipulative, but also very stuck in their head, or like has mental issues maybe. He's broke, okay, and this person could be just broke like mentally as well, which doesn't help, right? Because the external impacts the internal. Keeps testing your reaction. Block them energetically and guard. So this person could be doing magic or could be doing different things. They curse themselves by trying to curse you. And have a determination to achieve your dreams, everyday steps. So that kind of balance, right? That forward momentum and movement. You keeping up with you just to plot on your downfall. Ooh. I mean, that's what happens when you're doing well. I mean, if you don't have haters, you're not doing well. Because when you are achieving, you're rising, People are, you either inspire them or you hate them. It's all about how they take it personally. So, dodging bullets. It just means that you have more eyes on you, I guess. But yeah, you're dodging bullets. I'm seeing the Matrix. That's funny. Somebody could have tried to plan to set you up. I watched the movie JFK last night. Really great movie. Really great movie. A little slow, but I have it on. I have a video speed controller, so I just zoomed kind of. But it was really educational. It was interesting. It's basically about a lot of big actors. Kevin Costner was the main investigator, and he was investigating the death of JFK and how it was kind of basically planted by the CIA, who was threatened by Kennedy's kind of pacifist approach to war, because war is a big, big money maker. You can make a lot of money in war, yes, though at the cost of billions of lives, but the money for the select few is huge, right? And they have all the power to hire hitmen, and they're already in the government, so it's like they can just quickly. It's kind of like Charles killing Diana off, right? He already had the connection with the British MIA, I believe, is their CIA, so. And kind of plan that out. So there could have been like almost like an orchestrated hit, but I think you're being protected. And before JFK died, bless him, apparently the patsy that they pinned it on was Lee Oswald was trying to warn JFK, but his message never got to him, like not to go to Dallas. But anyways, has been abusing your heart this entire time. Yeah, this could be somebody who's taking advantage of you. We have you're not entertaining bullshit. We have holding back to have energy for yourself. Yeah, good. Dodging bullets. Yeah, okay. I think you're aligning yourself with that force field of protection. We have same shit, different day. So don't expect people to change ever. That's for them. Some people will reincarnate a billion times and never change too. They're just stuck in a loop. So that's just like souls that get stuck on Earth, right? So they just get stuck in a loop. So give guides permission to intervene. So you want to definitely ask for their protection and ask them for their guidance offering. Yeah, you might need to offer something to them or offer yourself to be open. A demogorgon, this is a very powerful spirit. So this is very something negative, very controlling. Maybe search that up for themes relevant to your reading. Don't be easily beguiled. So somebody could be lying to you or something. Stay observant. Exactly. We saw that there. Not confused anymore. No longer. You won't be because you're observant. It's always those in the dump who try to bring you down. And we have practice self-love affirmations. And we have the deities you work with will change throughout your changes. Yeah, because it's like basically as you level up or as you go through changes in your frequency, you need to connect with other people. Like, for example, if you're going, I heard a great story. It was about a person who was going to Britain to go study, and she was so skeptical about mediums. And this medium was giving her reading, was giving a group a reading, and she just happened to be there. And she was telling this girl who's very skeptical that there's a guide near you, and she says, "Oh, psh, okay, yeah, right." And she explains that this guide says, and she says, "Okay, what does the guide say, or what does the spirit say that's coming to guide me?" And she said, "I'm here to." He said, the guide said to the medium, "I love English literature." And the girl, the skeptic, freaked. She like went in shock. Her face went pale, and she said, "Does that make sense or whatever?" And the girl said, "Well, I'm going to England soon to study literature." And she said, "Well, he's here to help you and guide you to that." So the spirits already know the goals that you're heading towards, what guides you need to reach your destiny, to reach your purpose, your path, right? So yeah, you're definitely going to attract the right guides that are going to help work with you. For example, like I remember hearing from that medium, Constant Mesmer is her name. She's great person, I think. But she was talking about how when she first started, the guide that she had was really good with like, she could communicate with this guide or spirit through clairsentience or claircognizance, but she wanted somebody she could practice talking to, like clairaudience. And this guide was not much of a talker. Some spirits just don't talk that much, right? They didn't talk much in life, so they pass on. They don't talk either much, right? So she asked for a different guide, or she asked to bring in more guides that she can work with and collaborate with and talk to, so that she can actually develop clairaudience abilities. So yeah, just know that you have different guides. Is basically what I'm saying. And also the deities that are reaching out to you. For example, at one point in your life, you might have Kali or Lilith or Morrigan reaching out to you. At another point, you might have other deities for that level up. So pay attention to the themes and kind of the messages from those deities, or the kind of archetypal kind of forces that you're working with during certain times. So yeah. And you can always ask for deities to show them, or to reveal, ask who they are in your head. Like, what's your name? That's a great way. That happened to me recently. I didn't understand this new energy that I felt around me. And I asked, I felt a very strong presence. And I asked who their name was, and it was immediate, instant, the first. And it made so much sense. And now I have multiple altars that work with this deity. So yeah, very interesting. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this quick little reading. Thank you for joining me. Please hit like, subscribe. You can get a personal using the Buy Me a Coffee link, or leave a tip through there. Best of luck. Take care.